surprises.
All right, we have the glamorous Purple Haze lady back with us, Phyllis. And what would you like to chat with us about, Phyllis?
Well, I've been having really weird, well, I always do, it's not just lately, but I have the most interesting dreams. Some of them are nightmares, and some of them are long, some of them are short, but they're all highly detailed. And some of the short ones was the one I had just the other night. I had a dream that Natalie Wood sent me a friend request on Facebook.
That's funny.
And I mean, I love her and I love all her movies.
So what do you think really happened to Natalie Wood? Do you think she was related to Frank?
He wishes. No, he doesn't wish. But I know
never know.
You never know. But there are a lot of conspiracy theories. That she was murdered.
Yeah. I heard they're reopening the case.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I heard it not that long ago. Yeah.
Christopher
Walken, Robert Wagner. Supposedly they were doing something together in a locked room.
But there's one
I
thing
don't know.
that I
Something happened.
Something definitely. Something is not
something
kosher.
fishy.
Right, something fishy.
In that water.
But one thing that I have always known about Natalie Wood.
Oh, Marjorie Morningstar.
Oh,
I love that. I know.
A very precious love.
Oh my God, she was in the Christmas movie, Miracle on 34th
But she was
Street.
6 years old.
Oh my God, Natalie Wood is like the first Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, and maybe I dreamed about her because she was visiting me. She knows I admire her and respect her. And my mom, who passed almost 4 years ago, my mom was very, very psychic. She was extremely prescient since birth.
Okay. Since your birth or her birth?
Since her birth. I mean, like, she had experiences when she was like a toddler that
like what did she like?
She would foresee things, and then she was just a toddler. And
yeah.
She scared the crap out of her.
So she should have been the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, right. And she was the true Long Island medium.
Oh, wow.
And when she passed away, I inherited all of her, I divided them between my brother.
So can you read palms and stuff?
No, but she has books on palmistry, and she has books like Communicating with the Dead.
So what do you do? What's your forte?
Well, I'm more like Whoopi Goldberg in the movie Ghost. Do you remember?
You could go into people?
No, not in that way. But there's a scene in that movie where when she's sitting around with her two, other bogus readers, and this is when Sam Weed has already been talking to her, and she said, my mother had the gift, my grandmother had the gift, and they always told me that I never believed them until now.
It happens. Yeah,
and I have had like different,
I get it.
I'll wake up with a song in my head, and I'll turn the radio on,
and it'll be
plays.
right there. Yeah, I know.
And it could be an old song. Doesn't matter.
I think everybody has some kind of capability. It's just some people are more tuned into it because I think you have to let things go.
Yes, you do.
To be able to get the gift or whatever it is, if it's a gift.
To develop it and
because
allow it to
I think
flourish.
the less you care, not care in a bad way, but the less you put up those walls and the more you're you, the more it comes through.
Exactly.
And I know you always say as you get older, life gets better.
Yes.
And it's because you're more comfortable with Phyllis.
Yes.
So
and
I'm
also reading my
get it a
books.
lot. Yeah.
And I'm also going through all her books, and I want to learn how to do not only palmistry but
Ouija?
No, that she had a problem with that.
Why? It was too true?
No, I don't know exactly what happened. I was
a little
girl,
Milton Bradley?
But probably it was Milton Bradley. But she had like sort of a breakdown and ended up in a hospital.
Well, that's because she's one of us.
She's one of us, yes. So, also...
we all have to have one good breakdown.
Well, I've had about half a dozen, but they were all good. They were all good. And they made me stronger.
Exactly. No wonder you hear voices.
Yeah, it's funny, about 45 years ago, I wrote a song called Hearing Voices. I don't know if I can find the lyrics because I haven't been writing it, but I'll get back to that too. But also, besides her books, that I think all the things I inherited, she also had a well-worn pack, and I didn't even know she even did this, a well-worn pack of tarot cards.
Oh, I love tarot.
And not a very comprehensive, it's sort of like a large size trade paper bag, maybe it's about this thick. instructional guide to reading tarot, and I'm going to have to look into that too.
You do?
Oh, we're going to have to talk to our
I used to read it
Bring
so
them
good
next
that I had to
time.
throw them out, really.
Oh, can you bring them next time?
I threw them out.
Really?
I had to throw them out.
Well,
because
would you?
they were, like, so
Does that all count as your skeleton? Would you like a piece of
No,
cheese?
I have better skeleton.
All right, let's hear one, Phyllis. Because it's what is it again, Arlie?
That's good.
Sacrifice Tuesday. Why can't I remember that?
Sacrifice cheese.
Sacrifice is a very, very dangerous word for me, I think. I think I just immediately forget that word, sacrifice. I just can't hold that. But I'll sacrifice my cheese to you.
So what kind of cheese is it?
It's double
It's a
jalapeno.
Limburger. Can you smell it?
So what's your skeleton?
When I was 21, around the time I wrote the Hearing Voices song, I had a brief career.
It was a very good year.
Well, actually from 21 to 23, it's the early 70s. It wasn't a full-time career, it was only a part-time. You know, I was working in advertising as a media planner.
23 was major for me too.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this counts as major, but I was a hooker.
All
I was a prostitute.
When you
But
were
not
21?
21, 22, 23, and only like a few times it was part-time.
Did you make a lot of money?
No, but
Was it fun?
I didn't do it enough, you know.
Oh.
But I will tell you this, you know, people say, you know, I can't believe that, you know, you should tell people that.
What if she told us on TV?
First of all, nobody forced me. I had a friend who had a master's in literature, and she couldn't get a job, so she became a call girl. And I
She was like, try it.
No,
Is this when you lived near Michelle?
No, this is when I was living on the Upper West Side, right?
Okay.
So she didn't say that, and in fact, she didn't even want to like get me any dates. But I kept saying, "Oh, you know, set me up. I want to get
Competition. She didn't want any competition.
No, it wasn't that. She was just a good person. But the point of all this is that you know people don't understand the business because. Well, what did you walk the streets? No, I wasn't a street hooker. Well, were you a high-class call girl? No, I'm not a high-class girl. I'm just a Jewish middle-class girl from Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island, and that's the kind of a prostitute I was.
What does that mean? You gave good head?
Well, I was, you know, I looked younger. Well,
I don't know.
I looked really young, you know. And, you know, I was like in my early 20s, but I looked like a teenager. And I was, you know, very friendly.
But then it was 18, the legal age of everything. It wasn't 21, so.
But I really looked young. Really looked young.
Right.
And, you know, it's just the way I am as Phyllis, you know, just
Yeah.
very friendly, you know, and I'm always, you know, I always like to do a good job, whether I'm working as a legal secretary or as an actress or as a prostitute. I always, you know, have a good work ethic and I always do a
So
good
how
job.
can people find you?
Well, I have a website, but it's not live yet because I'm still struggling. If anyone's listening to this, and I can't.
Get her off!
I should have warned you.
I love you, Phyllis.
I've been
talking.
I have been talking since about
I think she's in
9
trance
months
right
old.
now.
I believe it.
And-
So was it a successful profession for you, or did you just think?
Oh no, it was just part-time. It's something I wanted to do. And here's the irony that people do not understand.
The punchline.
I was,
No,
yeah,
wait,
the punchline. I was treated with much more respect by Johns who were paying for it than regular like boyfriends that I went on dates with.
Good for them.
Okay.
Good for you, John and John and John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably all dead now.
Very
Then you'll be
interesting.
talking with them.
Right.
So business arrangements are much more
Professional
enjoyable and rewarding.
Yes.
and chivalrous.
Yeah, yes. Well, in terms of that, but that's not what I'm about now. That's just a skeleton from way back in my closet.
So you're going to come on soon again and give us another part 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'll
All
do that.
right? Yeah. Who wants
And
Phyllis
better wear
back?
hot pants
Yeah.
and fishnets.
We got to hear what her next job was.
Yeah.
Would you like to push a button?
Oh yes. Let's see. Which one should I push? Okay, I'm not gonna look at
Do
the
it
symbols.
psychically, Phyllis.
Exactly. I think that
careful. Be careful when you leave the stage, please.
I will.
Thank you. Give it up for Phyllis.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.
It's a place to get
with you.